And we're recording. All right. Hey, what's up, Locker Room Nation? Jake Dixon here, the founder of The Locker Room. And I've got a very, very special guest with me today. I had the privilege of meeting Cristiana about, what was that, maybe a month ago, would you say, when I came down?
Feels like yesterday.
Yeah, it sure does. So the reason I wanted to get her on here with everybody is because you are looking at the winner of the amazing prospecting race that we put out there as a challenge to all of you, I want to say maybe a couple of weeks ago. And Cristiana just absolutely took it and ran with it, and she came in numero uno with our point system that we had there. So you go, girl. Yeah. So I want to, as I've told you before, do more and more of this, highlight the success stories that are going on right here amongst the Locker Room Nation. And I just wanted to have you hear from her for a few minutes today. So I'm going to be quiet, and I'm just going to open it up by having her tell you, who are you? Tell us about yourself. Who are you? Where are you from? How long you been in real estate? All that good stuff.
Well, I've been in real estate since 2016. And I live in Palm Beach Gardens, live in Florida, and so I commute to Stewart office because I like hanging out with that team. And about me, I'm still trying to figure that out. I think my past was a bit of a blur. Let's see. Well, I guess I am a jewelry designer, and
like high-end jewelry stuff, right? Like, I mean, you're making some really cool pieces and selling those things. I've seen a little bit of that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And obviously you have a doggy. Look behind your right shoulder or whatever that is. You got an amazing little French bulldog, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Awesome.
So I did. So I did this seminar during this whole. It's called Landmark, and it's kind of redefining what's possible in your life, and it's sort of helps. I guess helps with your mind, and it's just kind of it puts you in a different, better headspace. Like, anything is possible, except instead of just blocks that you put on yourself.
Absolutely.
And I think a friend of mine noticed I'm a little bit lighter.
That's a huge compliment. Yeah, for sure. I know, because I had talked to you and a couple of other associates from the Treasure Coast office, which is where you're based out of, and you guys recently went to this Landmark deal, and I'm familiar with Landmark. It's a wonderful training and personal growth and development class, I guess you would say. And you guys came back different spirits, I think, right?
Just it's sort of mastering your life. It's sort of building friendships and better communication. I'm still working on that breakthrough, but it kind of clears sort of more peaceful mind and all that. And what I've noticed was there was a lot of Keller Williams agents, so I think it has that kind of Gary Keller type of kind of coaching.
Yeah.
And so I'm going into the advanced in the end of August, so I'll probably figure out who I am.
Well,
incorporate that into the locker room stuff.
Of course. Well, I think we can all agree that it's seminars or books or audiobooks like that where once you're exposed to it, you realize that I'm not sure we've ever arrived. We're constantly a work in progress. So, I know the context in which you're saying that, trying to discover the new you and what is your real passion and purpose in life, which is a huge gift. And So if all of you haven't checked out Landmark or anything similar to that, the point here is get plugged in. If it's your local office, get plugged in, go to the events, go to the regional things, because you're going to learn so much more about yourself by doing that, just like Cristiana is saying here. So very cool. And we would be remiss if we did not give a shout out to your leadership there in Stuart, Florida, the Treasure Coast office of Keller Williams. So we got Coach Keith Dean, who's just a freaking powerhouse and just one of the most genuine people you ever meet in your life. So what's up, Coach? And Julie, your team leader, Mario, Charles, you got an amazing Michael, you amazing group of people down there who love you, who support you, and we're sure glad you guys are part of the locker room. So let me ask you. So you said back in 2016, you got into real estate. So what prompted you to get in real estate?
Well, my dad was a realtor in Palm Beach, and he was about your height, larger than life, and he had a really great sense of humor, and so people just really liked kind of being around him, and were constantly drawn to him. And so he easily just made it fun and entertaining while helping them find homes and all that. So I kind of wanted to continue his legacy and maybe get his black book.
That's awesome. So what inspired you, I guess, is growing up seeing your father in real estate. He was successful by anybody's definition from what I know of him, and you thought, hey, you know what a great way to carry on the legacy and honor my dad through that. Does that sum it up?
Yeah, he just made it look easy, and I thought it was.
Well, that's funny. Yeah, it's really funny. I think anybody watching this right now would agree real estate is not necessarily hard, but it's simple but not easy. We do overcomplicate this because at the end of the day, it's just a matter of talking to people, having conversations, and being authentic, right?
And I overthink stuff.
Yeah, well, you're not the only one. That's why this video is important, because it will liberate other people who can say, you know what, I'm feeling the same way she is. I'm kind of in that same place too. So let's talk about the amazing prospecting race for a second here. I was told by your coach, Coach Keith Dean, that you are quite the competitor. Any contest, anything that there's something on the line, you are the first person to jump in and say, I'm going to win that. And you did it here across the Locker Room Nation with our amazing prospecting race. So I'm just curious, like, what captured your interest to get out there and freaking crush it? Because I think you ended up with 55 points, and the next closest person, to my knowledge, had 33. So what captured your interest in the first place? And then I got to know, did you get any leads or business or just new contacts from it?
Well, first of all, I'm a very shy and reserved person. So, but like in real estate so far, we've just been kind of doing all the things that I'm not very strong in. And suddenly you just, I was kind of just struggling, and it was all sort of my weaknesses, and I'm trying to kind of focus on building that sort of muscle. And so suddenly when you rolled this competition out, it kind of worked with my strengths, and it allowed me to kind of redeem myself and I guess crush it.
You crushed it. So did you get any new, like a lead or anything from it? It's okay if not. I honestly have no idea. You and I didn't talk before this to know.
Right. Well, I think overall, like, everything was just super positive. The only negative response I got was, I don't mean to promote negative, but the painter from Home Depot, who is kind of running the paint thing, he's like, oh, I can't take your card, I'm gonna get fired, that type of thing. I was like, it was, I don't I wouldn't want you to lose your job.
Yeah.
But I made it work, and especially when I was doing the Landmark, I was we were forced to meet people
Mm-hmm.
and talk to strangers, and we had to sit next to someone new every after every break.
Yeah.
And it was like the first day of school,
Yeah.
and but I kind of embraced it and took advantage of this, and just actually meeting people. And through that, I recruited someone in my like one or two people in my profit share, and there's about 20 people that I just got names and contacts, and
That's
that
huge.
did something.
So you grew your database from it, no question about it. And you are growing your profit share tree from it, which is incredible. Great job. We oftentimes think about lead generation for buyers and sellers, but you used it as an opportunity to connect and even grew your passive wealth because of this.
And just when the landmark is so, everybody's all in like one room, and it's like everybody's like emotional, and it just, so you're kind of all there, and you're building sort of you're building relationships on a deeper level.
Yep.
And so the relationships that I built are kind of long term, which is cool.
I love it. Yep, I love it. Great job. So, and you had mentioned it played to your strengths, and I think having gotten to know you a little bit, I think for you the biggest thing as far as the breakthrough moment and what led to you crushing it, and winning this little competition, you get you some free swag, by the way. All we really did was repackage the way people chose to look at lead generation. I just made it a little bit more fun and interesting. That's all we did with this random list of 37 items and take a selfie. And, guys, we can make lead generation, which is something a lot of agents dread, we can make it fun and lighthearted. And that's what you and other agents who competed in this, I think, proved to themselves. It doesn't have to be cold calling FSBOs every day. Just get out there and meet people in the community, right?
I couldn't believe that I won, because like, to me, I was like, God, I wish I had more time. We were literally in a room for 12 hours every day from Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And so I couldn't go out and kind of do other stuff on the list.
Yep.
But, so I was just like, again, like really hard on myself. Like if I had another day or so, I would just, get 100. But,
that's awesome.
that'd be fun.
So I got two more questions for you, if that's okay.
Oh, I know.
She was a little nervous going into this. I told you we're gonna have fun here. So, what advice? So, assuming your fellow peers all across the Locker Room Nation are watching this right now. By the way, great referral opportunity for you if you know anybody. Anybody out there knows somebody moving down your way. Hey. But no, what advice would you give your fellow locker room agents who are out there? They might be struggling right now or looking for the same breakthrough that you've recently had. What would you tell them?
Well, I think a big thing is that you kind of need to go through breakdowns to have a breakthrough. That's I've already gone through, at least 5, and it's only Tuesday. Also I think call me or your coach before you want to jump out the window.
So I heard you say something real important. A couple things, obviously. Number one, acknowledging that sometimes we have to have a breakdown in order to have a breakthrough, right? And sometimes you might equate that to failure precedes success a lot of times. Right. And what I just heard you say is you got to find your tribe and love on them hard, and they love on you hard back, because whether it's Coach Keith down there or the rest of your leadership team, all the fellow associates, because you guys, what I witnessed when I flew down there and spent some time with y'all, it's one of the best locker room cultures that I've witnessed. I mean, you guys got a real thing going on, and you watch out for each other. It's operating as if it's a team, not just a coaching program. And that's a large part with you and the others fully engaging and plugging into that. And like you said, that's reach out to them. We want to hear from you. If you're struggling, you got some gunk going on in your head, reach out to your coach or whoever, and they'll lift you up. Love it.
Definitely.
All right, final question. How has being a part of the locker room and working with Coach Dean specifically, how's it impacted your life or your business or just anything in general?
Well, first of all, I've never laughed so hard in my life. And uh, and I feel like, there's just, it's a jungle out there. And I feel like, through all this, if I get attacked by like mean lions or family, I can just hide behind Keith.
Yeah.
While I'm building my confidence.
Yeah, he's a big old teddy bear.
And and I think also sort of the most complicated situations, he kind of makes it simple. And I think and again, it's just back to sort of having the confidence of a team behind you, and while I'm building my own.
Absolutely. Yeah, a great coach, which Coach Keith Dean is a great coach, oftentimes can provide different perspective. That's one of my favorite words is perspective. It's just a different way of seeing things. And part of that is oftentimes we see something in ourselves very differently from the way other people see us. And again, a great coach is going to see you as this shining, perfect thing that, God's spitting image God created. And we believe in you oftentimes more than you currently believe in yourselves. And that goes for me too. I have coaches and they see things in me that I haven't yet seen in myself. And that's just the importance, again, of going back to the tribe. That seems to be the going theme here is get engaged, be a part of the community, lean on your coach, lean on your other support group, and you'll muscle through. You'll figure it out.
Yeah, well, definitely. Yeah, Keith kind of saw sort of light in it, like a light bulb in me, and I just saw darkness. So
Yep.
It was a different perspective.
Absolutely. Love it. Well, that brings us to a close. You did it. You did a great job, Cristiana. And I just want to thank you. We got some swag coming your way. We'll have you pick that out for winning the amazing prospecting race. And for myself, the locker room leadership team, and all the other coaches and agents who make up the locker room, thank you for showing us what's possible, because you have inspired many other people for getting out there and taking something as simple as an amazing prospecting race and crushing it. And there's no excuse that you and everybody else can't do that every week if you wanted to, and just make a game of it, right? It's just repackaging the way we look at lead gen.
I need to build my locker room wardrobe.
Yeah, we got you covered. We got you covered. All right. Well, we'll sign off here. Thank you again. And y'all give it up. Make some comments below if you're watching this, and show some love for Cristiana.
Okay.
All right.
Bye.
See you later. Bye-bye.